Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Billy's plans are all set to fail due to Phyllis and Sally's interference. In the world of secrets and intrigue on The Young and the Restless, the story between Sally, Billy, and Phyllis is becoming increasingly complex and dangerous. Each of them has their own concerns, but when their personal goals begin to intertwine and clash, every decision can have unpredictable consequences. The current story context makes the audience wonder whether Sally can maintain her loyalty and emotional connection to Billy, or whether she will fall into a dangerous game with people she cannot control. Sally and Phyllis, can it be saved? Sally, an ambitious woman with her own schemes, seems unable to escape the pressures that Phyllis is causing. Phyllis, with her subtle control and manipulation skills, has noticed Sally's weakness and knows how to exploit it to achieve her own goals. She does not hesitate to remind Sally of the arrangements Billy has made with Aristotle Dumas, a shady man with dark connections and shady relationships. Phyllis understands that if Sally does not end this partnership soon, Billy's scheme will soon be exposed, and with her intelligence, Sally knows that it will be difficult to lure Billy away from the allure of an opportunity to win back the Chancellor. But while all Sally can do is try to maintain her power and position in this relationship, her surrender to Phyllis's pressure may collapse everything. However, Sally is not someone who can be easily manipulated. She knows that if she acts too hastily, Billy will never trust her again. Their relationship, though rocky, is still in its infancy and requires mutual respect to thrive. Therefore, putting aside personal interests to try to protect Billy from the potential dangers posed by Phyllis and Aristotle may be a painful decision. Billy and Aristotle's relationship. A dangerous gambit. Billy Abbott, a man who is always willing to do anything to regain what he has lost, will never pass up the opportunity to win back the Chancellor. Although he understands that working with Aristotle Dumas is a double-edged sword, Billy's ultimate goal is to regain power and regain what has been lost. Although he knows that Aristotle may not be a completely trustworthy partner, Billy cannot resist the temptation that such relationships bring. However, this causes him to gradually lose trust in the people around him, especially Sally, the person he is trying to build a relationship with. As Billy continues this partnership, he can't help but realize that something is not right. The secret meetings, the sudden decisions without Sally's input, and the advice from Phyllis on how to run the game begin to make Billy suspicious. He will realize that Phyllis not only wants Billy to achieve her goals, but also wants to exploit the situation to achieve her own ambitions. And this could be a big shock for Billy, when he realizes that he has been betrayed by both his best friend Phyllis and the person he loves, Sally. Sally, Billy, and the romance game, a dangerous cycle. Sally is at a difficult crossroads. She knows that if she doesn't do something, Phyllis will continue to pressure her and sabotage her relationship with Billy. However, acting against Phyllis will have unintended consequences, because Phyllis has always had sophisticated ways of maintaining control. Especially when Billy and Sally's relationship is on the brink of implosion, engaging in a dangerous game with Phyllis could cost Sally the trust she desperately needs from Billy to build a lasting relationship. Sally may try to find a way to undo Billy's deal with Aristotle Dumas, but can she convince Billy to back down while he's at the height of his ambition? Or will Sally be forced to choose between love and personal ambition, between protecting Billy and ensuring she doesn't get caught up in a power play she can't control? Betrayal and consequences. In the most intense moments of the story, Billy begins to realize that Sally and Phyllis are playing their own games, and that he is a pawn in a power struggle that he does not fully understand. The feeling of betrayal will quickly creep into Billy's heart, as he understands that Sally may have betrayed him, whether it was to protect her relationship with Billy, or to maintain her role in this power struggle. With this betrayal, the relationship between Sally and Billy may no longer be the same. The affectionate moments they shared will gradually be overshadowed by a shadow of doubt and disappointment. Billy may feel like he is trapped in a game he cannot win, and this may cause him to doubt not only Sally but also himself. Will he be able to forgive Sally and rebuild trust between them, or will the relationship end in failure? The future is blurry as the story continues. The audience will witness the development of these complex relationships. Phyllis, with her sophisticated calculations, will not easily let go of her failure to manipulate Sally and Billy. As for Billy, will he be able to regain trust in those around him and return to the path of integrity, or will he continue to fall into the temptations of power? The relationship between Billy and Sally, built on the fragility of trust and love, is facing a great challenge. If Billy realizes that he has been betrayed, will he embark on a new war, or will this relationship suffer a tragic end, when emotional relationships are destroyed by ambition and power? Surely this story will continue to be thrilling and attractive, bringing unpredictable surprises, complicated relationships and dangerous decisions. The story of Billy, Sally, Phyllis, Summer, Kyle, and Claire in the world of intrigue and intertwined interests of the young and the restless. The relationships between the main characters are becoming more complicated than ever. Their every move is carefully calculated, but the wrong decisions can lead to unforeseen consequences. In this story, Billy Abbott is at a dangerous crossroads, torn between greed and love, between risky choices and betrayal from those closest to him. Sally and Phyllis, with their own strategies, are trying to control everything, but can they maintain their power or will it backfire, pushing Billy down a path from which he cannot return? Billy and the alliance with Aristotle Dumas, a dangerous relationship. Billy Abbott has always been someone who is willing to take risks to achieve great goals. In the fight to regain the Chancellor, teaming up with Aristotle Dumas, a man with shady connections and untold secrets, could be a wise move or a bad one. However, Billy believes he has everything under control, and he seems to be aware that teaming up with Aristotle could give him an edge in this fierce competition. Billy, though fully aware of the dangers of doing business with someone like Aristotle, can't resist the opportunity. Despite Sally and Phyllis's concerns, he thinks the relationship is worth a try. When Sally and Phyllis start to pressure Billy, trying to convince him that it's a mistake, it only makes him more determined. There's no stopping Billy once he decides to embark on a new path, especially when he feels closer than ever to his destination. However, once Billy truly enters into an alliance with Aristotle, he may face unforeseen difficulties and threats. This relationship will not only cause tension between Sally and Phyllis, but it may also raise suspicions within the Abbott family and affect Billy's image in the eyes of everyone. Sally and Phyllis, a useful alliance or a dangerous game? Sally Spectra is an ambitious woman, but no one can deny that she has a deep love for Billy. However, their relationship is not really stable, and the temptation of power and personal ambition may cause Sally to make wrong decisions. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers, with her manipulative and sophisticated nature, sees an opportunity in this situation. Phyllis is not only worried about Billy but also about herself, because the partnership between Billy and Aristotle may greatly affect her plans. As Phyllis and Sally begin to bond, they form an unlikely alliance, with the sole purpose of stopping Billy from continuing his partnership with Aristotle. However, each move they make only makes Billy more determined to get involved. Putting pressure on Billy only makes him feel forced and commits him deeper into an alliance with Aristotle, something neither Phyllis nor Sally want. The question is whether Sally can stop playing this game and stop doing what Phyllis says, or will she continue to act in ways that could lead to Billy being betrayed? The relationship between Sally and Phyllis will become increasingly strained, as they begin to realize that each has separate goals, and if they are not careful, both could cause irreparable damage. Summer and Kyle and Claire's relationship, jealousy and hidden motives. While Billy faces major challenges, another battle is brewing in Genoa City, Summer Newman's battle over Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman's relationship. Although Summer tries to hide her feelings, jealousy and past hurt are simmering inside her, making it hard for her to see Kyle and Claire growing closer. Summer senses that Claire is taking over Kyle's heart, and this makes her determined to do whatever it takes to keep them apart. Summer's influence will not only strain Kyle and Claire's relationship, but also create a whole new set of problems for Kyle. As Summer continues to try to break up Kyle and Claire's relationship, she will make Kyle feel even more awkward. This will create a psychological space for Claire, who will find herself being pushed out of Kyle's life by uncontrollable machinations. Summer's relationship with Kyle has always been a complicated one. Although she tries to act strong, her innermost feelings are hard to hide. She wants Kyle back, and she's willing to do anything to get there. But will Summer succeed in driving Kyle and Claire apart, or will her relationship with Kyle continue to be a story of struggle and failure? Billy, Sally, Phyllis, Summer, Kyle, and Claire, the lost pieces. This story is not only about strategic choices, but also a lesson in trust and betrayal. Each character is faced with difficult decisions, and all are caught in a spiral of power and emotion. Billy is trying to find his place in the Abbott family, but the relationships he builds are alienating him from the important people in his life, including Sally and Phyllis. Sally is playing a dangerous game as she embarks on this alliance, and it could cost her dearly if things go wrong. Phyllis, while a trusted friend, is pursuing her own agenda, and their partnership could soon fall apart. Summer is also a force to be reckoned with, as she is determined to destroy Kyle and Claire's relationship, making confrontations inevitable. Will Billy realize that he is on the wrong path? Will Sally be able to change her mind to protect the love and trust Billy has placed in her, or will Summer succeed in winning Kyle's heart back? Every step in this story could lead to major changes, and all will be decided by the fragmented pieces of love, power, and betrayal. The stories of Billy, Sally, Phyllis, Summer, Kyle, and Claire are opening new doors, leading to unexpected events, making viewers unable to take their eyes off every development. In the intrigue and betrayal-filled world of The Young and the Restless, the story of Tracy Abbott, Alan, Martin, and the dark secrets of the Abbott clan becomes increasingly complex and tense. Each character has their own motives, but as their personal goals collide, the truth about disturbing behavior begins to emerge. With unexpected predictions about Alan's identity, Tracy is entering a dangerous game where loyalty, love, and betrayal can lead to unpredictable outcomes. Tracy and Alan, the conspiracy to uncover the truth. Tracy Abbott, a smart and determined woman, has always been one of the spiritual leaders of the Abbott family. However, when faced with the disappearance of her sister Ashley and the mystery surrounding recent events, Tracy realizes that what she once believed may no longer be true. Especially when Alan, whom she believed to be a family member, shows up with a new appearance and strange behavior, Tracy is forced to make a bold decision. Trusting in her judgment, Tracy decides to pretend to love Alan, in order to get close to him and force him to confess all his wrongdoings. Although this is a very risky strategy, Tracy hopes that by doing this, she will be able to extract information from Alan and help the family solve the mystery surrounding Ashley's disappearance. However, she is also aware that, in a world full of lies and secrets like this, nothing is certain. Tracy's suspicions are not unfounded. She begins to realize that something is not right with Alan. A vague feeling arises in her heart that Alan may not be who she thinks. Can Tracy succeed in forcing Alan to confess his disturbing actions, or will she fall into a dangerous game she cannot control? Martin and Alan. The mysterious conspiracy behind the children of the Lauron family. Alan's appearance only makes Tracy more suspicious about the truth behind his actions. Alan is not only a perfect-looking man, but also possesses mysterious relationships and unexplainable behaviors. Tracy quickly realizes that Alan may actually be her twin brother, Martin Lauron, who has long been appearing in the shadows. The connection between Alan and Martin becomes even clearer when Tracy discovers that Alan's strange actions may just be the tip of a larger conspiracy he is involved in. Martin, the man behind the secrets and shady actions in the Lauron family, is not one to be fooled. When he realizes that he has been deceived by Tracy all this time, he will not hesitate to expose the truth and put Tracy in an awkward situation. Not only that, Martin will be even more angry when he learns that Tracy has compromised his plans, and this may lead to dangerous actions. Betrayal and impending danger. When Martin realizes that Tracy does not understand him as she thought, he will no longer hold back his patience. Instead, Martin will decide that Tracy is no longer useful to him, and this will put her in danger. Martin's dark schemes and ruthlessness will not spare Tracy, especially when she begins to threaten the plans he is pursuing. Tracy may be in a difficult situation when she realizes that she has been deceived and has no way to escape Martin's control. Will she be faced with a painful choice? Can she continue to pretend to love Alan/Martin to keep herself safe, or will she find a way to confront and face the truth even though it may put her in danger? The situation becomes even more tense when Jack Abbott and Chance Chancellor realize that Tracy is in danger. Both men will not stand idly by when the woman they love is in danger. However, will they be able to get there in time to save Tracy from Martin, or will Tracy have to fend for herself in a situation she cannot control? Ashley Abbott, an unbelievable truth waiting to be revealed. An important element that cannot be overlooked in this story is Ashley Abbott, who is being held captive in a mysterious place. Although Martin is in Paris to arrange a big surprise regarding Ashley's whereabouts, the truth about her condition remains a mystery. The Abbott family members, especially Jack, are in a state of extreme anxiety, as no one knows for sure where Ashley is and what will happen to her. Martin may be hiding a big secret about Ashley, and when the time comes, a shocking revelation will come out, throwing the Abbott family into complete turmoil. Despite Martin's meticulous planning, no one can guarantee Ashley's safety at this time. Will the truth about Ashley be revealed before it's too late? And if so, can the Abbott family survive the shock? Abbott family, the fall of an empire? The Abbott family's relationship is facing terrible challenges. Martin is not only a threat to Tracy and Ashley, but also a potential danger to the entire family. Although Jack and Chance are trying to protect the family, Martin's plan will soon put them in a tougher fight than ever. With all the intrigue and betrayal going on around them, no one can be sure what will happen next. Will Tracy be able to escape Martin's grasp and save Ashley? Will the Abbott family survive this crisis, or will it be torn apart by intrigue and deception? The Abbott family saga is sure to continue to be filled with tension, with secrets revealed and confrontations inevitable. In the meantime, the young and the restless viewers will have to wait and see what happens next, as each move the characters make could be a game changer and land them in unpredictable situations. This story promises to be full of surprises, creating an unforgettable spiral of power and betrayal.